looking at what has been happening for the past few days, the atmosphere is saturated already with the election fever, and from one event to the other, and today and now currently we are just starting the day, so obviously we have not really done much for the day, so that's why Joe might be saying that I don't look stressed, but I'm stressed already. But we have to do what we have to do what we know how to do best, and we are here to provide coverage for the off-cycle election here in Anambra State. Okay, let's begin. The Anambra State governorship off-cycle election, of course, we come on Saturday, 8th November 2025, and from what we have gathered so far, we are currently at the INEC headquarters here in Oka. Beside me and around me, you can see the presence of security personnel, and of course, you can equally see some other individuals. Probably they might be observers, and not only observers, they might actually be some journalists and others who are here to, perform one duties or the other for this off-cycle election. So let's begin with the security. In terms of security, like what the DIG said, who represented the IGP at the peace accord, and subsequently that of the stakeholders engagement, it talked about over 24,000 personnel has been deployed for this election, and these 24,000 personnel will provide security for the voters, for the electoral materials, and INEC officials to ensure they are able to conduct free, fair, and acceptable poll here in the state. And of course, we have 21 local government areas in Anambra State, and each of these local government areas, from what the DIG said, that each of the local government area will be manned by CP, who will ensure that there is security is watertight. And besides that as well, equally talked about other aspects regarding logistics and so on and so forth. But that of INEC, precisely, the INEC national chairman, that's Professor, who spoke to the stakeholders, that of course that the numbers of those who will be going to the poll on Saturday, approximately 2.8 million, and across the 5,718 polling units, and across the 3,026 ward collation centers, that election will be conducted across these areas, across 21 local government areas. But vis-a-vis the arrangement personnel, that all logistics and everything has been put in place, and of course, as at 3 days ago, that non-sensitive materials have been taken to the various local government areas of the state. And besides that as well, that probably today, from what we gathered so far, that the INEC officials and security agencies will be going to the CBN to go and inspect the sensitive materials that will be distributed onward to the local government areas, and thereafter to the rack centers, where those materials will be taken to the polling unit on the election day. The whole purpose of all of this, according to what they said, is to ensure that on the day of the election, that they don't experience any issues like delay or late arrival of voter materials, and subsequently to ensure that elections start exactly 8:30 on the dot, and the election will start 8:30, simultaneously going with accreditation, then onward voting process. And besides that as well, it's talked about that that all the beavers has been tested to ensure that there will be no issues like malfunctioning of the beavers on the day of the election. Of course, INEC said they are ready for the election, and security agencies have equally confirmed to us that they are ready to complement security measures to ensure that they protect voters, electoral materials, and the officials to ensure they are able to conduct acceptable polls across the 21 local government areas of Anambra State. So we have spoken to some respondents, residents of the state, in a high spirit to ensure that they go to the poll on Saturday to go and vote. But among all the respondents who spoke to, some persons equally expressed, their observations about the election. They are still having this belief that their votes will not count. So because of that, some of them are equally saying that they are likely not going to the poll to go and vote. In terms of security, some of them have divided opinion that yes, they believe that the security agencies will be able to provide them security. And of course, let me say this, that there's local security agency on ground. Before now, Anambra in the past few months was tensed with insecurity. So the local security agency was able to douse the tension And some of the locals here have confirmed to us that yes, Anambra is not safe, that they cannot go about their lawful duties and here and there. But that's to say that what the police or what the IGP equally reiterated, that the local vigilante will not be part of the security agency that will conduct or that will monitor this exercise. So it means that the police and their sister security agencies will be the only one to provide security for this election. So by and large, the atmosphere is saturated, the election fever is quite high, and expectations are high too that INEC will be able to live on its mandate. But the primary purpose of all the conversations we besieged or we encountered is that this is the first election that the INEC national chairman will be conducting. Of course, a lot of persons have said that this will be a litmus test for the commission ahead of the 2027 general election. So back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much for sharing these updates with us. We look forward to seeing the people of Anambra turning out in their numbers to come and vote for their next governor. Wish all the governorship candidates may the best man win. Do stay safe, Austin. We'll connect with you again.